Alright, let's see if we can get this thing apart. The reason this truck is here is it's got a kind of a strange problem. Are those really standard? They are. I wound up having to take the truck for a test drive, and when you would hit a bump, it would start squealing. No matter what speed you were at, whether you were turning, no matter what you were doing. And if you slowed down below, I think it was like 22, 23 miles per hour, it would stop squealing. And if you hit a bump again, it would stop squealing. And then you could drive it as long as you wanted, and as long as you didn't hit a bump, it wouldn't make any kind of squealing sounds. It wouldn't make any sounds turning one way or the other. It's a very weird occurrence. I've worked on a lot of them, and I don't know that I've ever come across one that would do what this truck's doing. And when I checked everything over, nothing felt loose. You know, the wheel bearing doesn't have any play in it. The only thing that I could get it to do at all is when I would be moving the wheel back and forth like this, there was a couple spots where it made some noise, like right here, it's doing it right here. It's got a very slight little squeak. And I can't find anything rubbing. I can't find anything loose. So at this point, all we can do is tear it apart. Come on out there, little fella. There it goes. And we got a snap ring. It's just a little ways in here. Hopefully these snap ring pliers will be big enough for it. Sure enough. There it goes. Alright, let's see if we can get this to come out. Well, sure enough, found our culprit. You can see we've got a lot of rust and bearing material. So we were on the right track with our assumption that it was the wheel bearing. It's a very strange way for a wheel bearing to fail. They're usually a lot noisier than that, but it's nice to know that this is not a wasted endeavor tearing this down. And it just kind of goes to show you that sometimes you've just got to get them apart. Now we're going to go ahead and get the stub shaft out. We're going to replace this wheel seal, and we're going to go ahead and replace the U-joint for this stub shaft. There it goes. Drive shaft U-joints are more common for people to come across that don't work on stuff all the time, but work on their own stuff. And they lock down on the outside of the cap here. They'll have a little retaining ring that goes down in and locks it all down. Axle shaft U-joints typically have a little clip on the inside here, and they can be a bit of a booger to get out. You just kind of have to work at them. Hopefully these won't be too hateful. What we do at this point, now that I have the pins out on both the upper one and the lower, so I'm going to strike it right here. You don't want to hit in the area that the cap is. You want to hit out here. Stay away from here, obviously. and just kind of use the weight and the vibration against it to drive each one out one at a time. And I just broke my vise. Interesting. I just set the vise like this. Hopefully still be able to accomplish what we're doing. There we go. We've got the new U-joint in the stub shaft. We've got to put the wheel seal on. This is all one-piece wheel seal. It's a pain in the butt if you don't have a tool for it. The actual tool for this is extremely expensive, but you can go to a hardware store and make one up for very cheap. And I'll link these pieces in the description, along with the lengths of this pipe. If you go too short, you'll have interference issues. But you just get it all put together. And I'm sure you can hammer it in place. I don't think it'll have any issue with it. I like to use the press. Just like that. Wheel seal is on. Dust shield. I should probably put that on, huh? The audio may sound a little bit different because I just got a new microphone system in. Oh great, I guess that light didn't have enough juice in it. When we tighten the calipers down, we want to make sure that we're not tightening one all the way down before getting the other snug, or it'll start to bind on you and cause uneven pad wear, brake fade. You get one snug and go to the other one, then tighten them. Goodness, why are you so difficult? There you go. Make sure this is working right. Oh yeah, here it is. There we go. On these older Super Duties. This one is a 01. Lug nut torque is 150 foot-pounds. Done deal. And with that, this one's done.